We have seen many television adaptations in the past of movies and popular books, from the likes of Haunting of Hill House to even Bates Motel, both hugely successful shows that were once movies/novels. However, which horror movies do you think should be adapted on the small screen? These are the top 5 horror movies that work better as TV shows. Let's jump in. Coming in at number 5, The Running Man. Now, The Running Man is a fun, terrifying, action-packed, kooky 80s movie that I feel like we don't get to discuss enough, simply because it blurs the lines of horror, that's for sure. Some may deem it horror, others may not. I for one classify it as an action horror movie. Released in 1987 and directed by Paul Michael Glaser, The Running Man stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and is loosely based on the 1982 novel of the same name written by Stephen King, which was published under the pseudonym Richard Bachman. The film takes place in a dystopian America between the years of 2017 and 2019, which is comical because they're behind us. 2019 seems to be the good old days. And centers on a television show called The Running Man, where convicted criminals, also known as runners, must escape death at the hands of professional killers. The film itself is quite baffling, with it being a jumble of people being thrown together, including former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac. Also, the movie features choreography by Paula Abdul, all very random. Now, I personally believe this would be a great fit for television, with it following the same kind of format but perhaps focusing on different characters each episode, or the intense battle for survival that would encompass one season. It would be a great political commentary that would fit perfectly on TV, with it questioning corrupt legal systems and our human fascination with violence. Where is the line? Before we jump into number 4, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. Coming in at number 4, we have Vacancy. Even for veteran horror lovers, Vacancy is a difficult watch, and it's genuinely terrifying. Released in 2007 and directed by Nimrod Antal and starring Kate Beckinsale and Luke Wilson, Vacancy follows a couple, Beckinsale and Wilson, who are stuck at a secluded motel, only to discover that several video cameras are filming their room. However, they realize that if they attempt to escape, they will become the next victims of a snuff film. Yes, and that's what this movie is. It follows a group of deranged motel owners who record the murder of their guests in order to make snuff films. It's absolutely disgusting and quite a surprising movie for Hollywood to pump out, but it worked and it was truly very, very good. Not to mention the DVD extras for the film contain the unedited movie murders, which seem very unmovie-like. Now, Vacancy has the potential of being a perfect television adaptation along the same lines as Bates Motel. It could potentially even focus on the people running the motel, or even the task force assigned to hunt down the group of killers. Each episode could follow a new group of people who arrive at the motel and who are forced to fight for their lives. It would be a riveting and entertaining game of cat and mouse that the TV show could follow. However, the struggle here is finding a network that would willingly pick up a TV show that focuses on snuff film elements. Not many would jump at the chance. Perhaps FX, the network behind American Horror Story, or again, HBO if we want to get dark and twisty. In at 3, we have Aliens. And yes, I'm talking about the sequel, Aliens, not the first movie, Alien. I need that to be clear, because as we all know, the sequel is the superior movie. Don't fight me on that. Released in 1986 and directed by James Cameron, Aliens is the sequel to the 1979 sci-fi horror movie Alien, and is set in the far future, with the film following Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, the sole survivor of an alien attack on her ship. Now, when communication is lost with the human colony on the same moon her crew first encountered in Alien, Ripley agrees to return to the site alongside a troop of colonial marines to investigate. First and foremost, the idea of bringing the xenomorph to our TV screen fills me with so much joy that I so wish this was becoming a reality. However, it is not yet anyway. A TV show following the marines and scientists' journey into space to figure out what is going on with the human colony, as well as to battle against the dreaded xenomorph, well, that would make for one truly exciting and gut-punching TV series. Not to mention, each episode could focus on a set of different characters, so that by the time the alien explodes from their chest or they get face-hugged, we're already attached to them. This would be one popular horror show, and honestly, they need to start making this ASAP, otherwise I will. Just kidding, I won't. I got no time for that. In at 2, The Blair Witch Project. We're all familiar with The Blair Witch Project, with it being arguably the most infamous found footage horror movie with a lasting legacy that never seems to cease. But have you imagined a television adaptation of the popular movie? I don't think so. First and foremost, released in 1999 and directed by Daniel Myrick and Eduardo Sanchez, The Blair Witch Project is purportedly based on the true story of student filmmakers Heather Donahue, Michael C. Williams, and Joshua Leonard, which of course we know isn't really true, but was marketed this way to bring in viewers and make things that much more terrifying, and honestly it worked. The movie follows the previously mentioned people as they head into the Black Hills near Burkittsville, Maryland in 1994 to film a documentary about a local legend known as Blair Witch. The three ended up disappearing, with their footage being recovered, and that is supposedly the movie that we're watching, their recovered files. Now, back in 1999, the idea of both a viral marketing campaign and a found footage movie was few and far between. However, now in 2020, these things have been done countless times to the point that we're sick and tired of it. So we're in need of a different approach, and that approach could be a television adaptation of this spooky story. The show could be split up into flashbacks of the three students heading into the woods, and then the investigation into the case and police searching the woods, which begins to unveil the true terror of Black Hills. I would certainly watch this show, and the idea of seeing the Blair Witch makes things even that much more terrifying. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Series 7, The Contenders. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm new to Series 7 and I'm learning about it along with you guys because this movie completely flew under my radar. Series 7, The Contenders is a 2001 horror satirical dark comedy that was written and directed by Daniel Minahan. The movie itself is presented as the 7th series of an American reality show called The Contenders, where 6 people are chosen from a random national lottery to hunt and kill each other for entertainment. Yes, this is very much Hunger Games and Battle Royale just with adults, but also kind of like The Running Man, which we referenced earlier, just without criminals. Like both of these movies I mentioned, contestants win the reality TV show by being the last one left alive. So yes, the show is quite literally about people running around with guns and shooting one another for entertainment. The film is ultimately a satire of the reality TV genre and our obsession with watching others for pleasure. Now, when I say that this movie should be turned into a TV show, I'm saying a scripted show, not a legit reality TV show like depicted in the movie. The show could focus on one character per episode, making the events that unfold over the course of the show much more impactful, with us having more time to become attached and connected to those contestants forced to be involved in this murder for pleasure reality show. Not to mention, it could flip the switch and make us reflect on our fascination with violence, but also our hatred of celebrating violence, because as we know, humans are the worst. We're walking contradictions. This would be a great show to air after an episode of The Walking Dead, or if we want to go hard, put Series 7 on HBO. Go hard or go home. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? Which horror movie do you think should be turned into a TV show? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 5 underrated horror movies from the 90s. Omar Shara said, "Oh please cosmic beings, bless this being with a PS5 because she is cool and cute." Honestly, bless me with one. It's never gonna happen at this point. I think the PS5 is a myth. Have you seen it in the flesh? I haven't. I think everyone's lying to us. I don't think it's real. They're all lying. Scamming us all. But I want it. Sad Seal said, "I like your hairstyle, can you give instructions?" I looked back at my hair in that video and it was just straight. So the instruction is brush, hair straightener. And you're done. That's my instruction. And then I flip it. I flip it so it goes down one side. I'll do a tutorial, it'll be about 5 minutes long, straight flip. Adrian Reyes said, "Love these films, seen all of them except Lost Highway, and I've seen the Funny Games remake back in the day. Lost Highway is an acquired taste. I warn you, if you watch it, you might not have fun. You won't have fun. It's very, very weird. You won't know what's going on. Ever. Best part's Laura Dern. And Funny Games remake, I agree, I think it's better than the original. Come for me. But it helps it's the same director, so it didn't even feel like a remake. It was just like French-American. Same film. New cast." Ward Alien Video said, "Lucy, I have a pulse sometimes and I'm single. Let's mingle." I like that you think just because you're alive, we'll date. But at this point, I mean, I've been single for about 2 months now and it's already too long. Maybe 4? No, I don't know time anymore. Who cares? Anyway, if you've got pulse, hit me up. You just have to be over the age of 24. Actually, maybe 25 max. 25 to 74. That's how old Cher is. Actually no, just 25 to 40, and then if Cher's watching, you're in your own bracket. No one message me. I'm only interested in Cher. I'm 74 years old, okay? That's it. Hello Cat 101 said, "I always have to triple check the shower and toilet after watching those scenes in Arachnophobia." Agreed. I always check the toilet because I'm scared there'll be a snake in there one day. You never know. And yeah, the shower I always check. I've had spiders in my bathroom before. I had to get Joss to kill them. No. Joseph Worrell said, I hate when my phone goes to 144p randomly when the Dark Queen Lucy hosts, hashtag Legion of Lucy. It's my demonic ways. It's affecting the video quality. Deal with it. Watch my vid, hit the like. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and until next time, I'll see you later. Need to burp. Now, Vacancy has the potential of being a perfect